Okay, so we're here with Dr. J. Krumbholz, and Dr. J. Krumbholz is a barbershopper, and he has his degree in music. And can you tell us where you earned your degrees?
Yes, I got my bachelor's degree in music education from the University of South Florida in Tampa, which is where I grew up. I was a band director for junior high school band director for 3 years in Florida before starting to graduate school at the College Conservatory of Music at the University of Cincinnati. Got my master's degree in music theory, and from there I moved on to the Eastman School of Music, where I have my PhD in music theory.
Eastman, that's a pretty
Big music school.
big music school. So
It is.
so tell us how you got into barbershop and what you do now.
Uh, I got into barbershop when I was an undergraduate and just kind of completely on my own. Little did I know that both my parents had been barbershoppers in the past. But I was a freshman in music school as a music major and happened to watch The Music Man one weekend with my mother. I was intrigued by the sound of the barbershop quartet, and that led to a discussion about being in a quartet because she said, "Oh yes, your father and I used to sing." Later, when I was over at my dad's house, I mentioned that to him, and he gave me a couple of barbershop albums that he had. I listened to it, enjoyed the sounds that I heard on there, and then a few weeks after that, I had a chance to go see it live and heard a show the Tampa chapter did. And when I heard it live, I was very, very intrigued and became a member like within a month after that. I also, after singing in barbershop for 3 months, I never had trouble in ear training or sight singing again. I made straight A's in all of that because all of a sudden the ears became a lot better.
Wow, that's interesting. So with your PhD in music theory, and this week at Harmony University, you're teaching all levels of theory, and including theory of barbershop.
Right. We teach a class called Theory of Barbershop, which is really just music theory for barbershoppers. I use a lot of barbershop music to demonstrate the same examples: secondary dominance, building all the different kinds of seventh chords, circle of fifth progression, those kind of things that many music educators would be familiar with. I just use our music to demonstrate the same examples. I also teach music fundamentals. We have a lot of men in the society who don't read music, and so teaching them what the notational symbols mean, names of notes, all that kind of thing. So from the top level of kind of more advanced theory to just very beginning note reading.
So if I were a music educator who didn't know much about barbershop and the society at all, what kind of recommendations would you give me and advice would you give me as to why I should even be involved or interested in barbershop?
Well, one of the things I would tell you is that anybody who's in barbershop will become a better, more in-tune singer. You can't sing in a quartet a cappella without learning to sing the chords in tune. And that's a very, very important feature of our style, and we emphasize it greatly, is learning to sing in tune. They become aware of harmonic relationships. They know where they are in the chord. Third, I'm on the seventh, so I got to sing a little softer. The root and fifth are brought out. They learn a lot about tuning, just in terms of just intonation versus temper tuning. They're taught good vocal technique in terms of breath support, producing a freely resonant sound. So all the things that you would want in your students to have in your choirs.
Awesome. Well, I'm hooked. Thank you so much for your time.
You are
Really
welcome.
appreciate it.